All right, we are going to look at this question quickly. Then we have to know that when you're doing analytical geometry, what is very important is to understand the given statement, okay? And whatever is given, and understand the graph that is given. Now, if you look at this line, it's called ST, which is given y st, it's y equal to 1 over 2 x plus 6. And then we have a given point here, which is a w, x is minus 4, and the y equal to 4. And then we have the point S, which is intersection of the straight line ST and the SK. So the intersection here, they touch each other at S. And we have the point of intersection of a y-axis with the line WK, which is a P with the x 0 and minus K. And then we have an angle theta that makes by the two line, the line ST and the SK. Now, we can go to the question. We have also the angle beta that makes by the angle, the line SK with the x-axis. So what you can do now is to go straight to the question, all right? The first question said the gradient, question number 1, gradient of WP. Okay, WP. As they say, the gradient of a WP, you have to know the coordinate of a W, which is minus 4 with 4, and the P, which is 0 and a minus 4. So this will represent x1, y1, x2, and a y2. Okay, or depend. All right, we can even say, all right, we can even reverse with this can be x2, y2, and this x1, y1. You get the same answer. So the gradient of WP will be y2 minus y1. You write down the formula. After you write down the formula, at the time of a substitution, now y2 it's minus 4, then a minus of the formula. What is our y1? It's 4 over x2. What is x2? It's 0, then minus of the formula. And then x1, it's minus 4. You put it into bracket. So therefore, the answer will be minus 2. So we get the gradient of WP, it's minus 2. Now the question number 2, it says, show that WP is perpendicular to ST. Now, the line ST. Do you have the line ST? This is the line ST. 1 over 2x plus 6. Now, to show that the two lines are perpendicular, it means what? When you have the gradient of a WP and the gradient of a ST, when you multiply them, the answer should be minus 1. Two line perpendicular, the product of a two line perpendicular is equal to minus 1. Now, what is the gradient of a WP is minus 2, and the gradient of this is the gradient. Remember, the formula will be mx plus c. So the gradient is the coefficient of x, which is 1 over 2. And we see this calculation give us minus 1, meaning that WP is perpendicular to ST. It's proven, okay? Now let's move to the next question. What does the next question say? The next question says, if the equation of sk, the equation of sk is 5y plus 2x. I think we can arrange it first. We'll have a y. When we transpose this, we have a 2x. Okay? You divide minus 2x when you transpose, then you divide by 5. You transpose the minus 60, sorry, it will change to minus 60. Divide by this 5 will be minus 12. Okay, so this is the equation of sk. Now they say calculate the coordinate of s. What will be the coordinate of s? The coordinate of s is intersection of two lines. S is the intersection of a line sk and the st. This is the st, 1 over 2x plus 6. So the intersection, can be the equation 1 and this is the equation 2. So the intersection where they touch each other give us what? The point, we call that point S. Okay? So how do you find the point of intersection? You solve it by simultaneous, because the point of intersection means the equations are equal. So we can say equation 2 is equal to the equation 1. So equation 2 will be 1 over 2x plus 6, and this side will be minus 2 over 5 plus or minus 12. Okay, so when you transpose this side, here will be plus 2 over 5x. When you transpose the 60 side will be minus 16. Okay, no, minus 18. Okay, so we got minus 18. Now when you add these two, you have a 5, and then we'll have a 9x. Therefore we have this. So here we have a 10, sorry, we'll have 10. Now if you divide both sides by 9, divide by 10. Okay, divide this side by 9 over 10, here will be x. You divide this by 9 over 10, you get what here? Minus 20. So the x value is minus 20. What will be the y value? Remember, y, you can use one of them. Remember, y is equal to what? 1 over 2x plus 6. So if your x is minus 20, you can put it there. You substitute instead of x here. You put minus 20, then the answer will give you minus 4. So therefore the coordinate of s will be minus 20 and minus 4, which makes sense. You see, y is minus 4, which means they are same line with with the coordinate of p, the y value. And then this makes sense, because if this is minus 4 for x, minus 20 should be somewhere there. Now we got it. Now let's move to the next question. The next question, sorry, our next question say we have to find the distance of WR. Okay, now sorry, I'm very sorry. Now if you have a line which is parallel to y-axis, okay, meaning that the x value are the same. So if you use the distance formula, remember for the distance formula, we'll have x2 minus x1 all squared. So if plus y2 minus y1 squared. But I want just to look at this. Tell you this will give you 0 because it's the same x value. Because x2 will be minus 4 minus, and the x1 is also minus 4 because they are parallel to so this will give you 0. Alright, so this will give you 0. Therefore, when you are you have a line which is parallel to y-axis, the distance will be y2 minus 1. This is the distance formula for any line parallel to y-axis, because you will cancel x's, will give you 0. So now we have to do it in terms of x first. What is our y2? It's 1 over 2x plus 6 minus, what is the y1? It's minus 2 over 5x and a minus 2. We minus the y value, okay? Because we don't know the y value. But if you know the y, for example, of the first one, remember, this is a minus 4. But I want to show you first in terms of x, then I'll show you another method. So here, if you multiply here, will give you plus 5. So the plus 5 here will give you 9 over 10. So here will give you 9x over 10. Now here, if you multiply here, plus will give you plus 18. Okay, remember we did this. Now this is the distance in terms of x. So if you substitute the value of x, which is minus 4, remember x value for y here, it's minus 4 over 10 plus 18, you will find here 14,4. That is the distance, okay? Now, if you want to do another method, okay, remember the y for st is 4. So you call this y2 is equal to 4. So when you come to the formula, this is what you're gonna do. Very simple. You will have a WP, and then you have a 4 minus, okay, if you say minus of the formula with this minus will be plus 2 over 5x, and here also will be plus, okay? So you have 2 over 5x plus 16. So if you substitute minus 4 over 5 plus 16, so the answer will give you 14,4 units. So try to pose the question and try to do the last question, and then we come back. Now, looking at the angle theta, okay? This is the angle theta. But the angle theta is made by the line ST and the SK. To find the angle theta, to determine the angle theta, or to calculate the size of a theta, you have first to find this angle. To find this angle, which you can call alpha, the angle that ST, so the ST with the x-axis, we only have a possibility to find the angle beta and the alpha. Then from this angle we can find this angle. So what is going to happen? Remember, the vertical angle will be equal. So this angle here also will be alpha, okay? So if we have an alpha, once we have an alpha here, we get this angle beta, then we'll know this angle that I will call beta 1. Okay? So remember, N, S, M, it's a triangle. We have a triangle like this. S, N, M. So if you this is a straight line passed by S, this became exterior angle of a triangle. So the exterior angle of a triangle is equal to the sum of the opposite angle, which means will be theta will be equal to N with the angle of M, which is a beta 1 plus alpha. Okay, now let's go to the to practice it. Okay, so to find the angle beta, remember tangent theta should be equal to the gradient. Okay, now there we go. We start with ST. This is the gradient of ST. So tangent alpha, that is in the formula. Okay, tangent alpha will be equal to 1/2. So therefore the angle will give us a 26, if you shift your calculator, by shifting your calculator, I think you'll find something like this. So shift your calculator, you press a turn, then you press a 1/2, and then the answer equal will be something like this. Okay, so over 26 or 56, but let me round it off like this, degrees. Okay, so now once we find this angle alpha, so opposite angle, when you have this is a vertical angle, these two angles will be equal, and these two also will be equal. So this is alpha. Now there we go to tangent beta. Now tangent beta will be equal to -2/5. All right, now if you shift your calculator, you press tangent of -2/5, sorry, -2/5, the answer here will give you beta equal to -21,80. So this is a reference angle because it's got a negative. So the angle beta will be this. What the meaning of a negative here? Negative is this angle B1 going to the opposite side, or we can say is this angle. Can you see? So if this angle it's minus because we're going this way, this is the opposite side of -21,8. So what will be the angle beta? What you do, beta will be equal to 180 minus 21,8,80. So the answer will be 158.2 degrees. Okay, so this is beta. So beta 1 will be 21.8, should be positive. So this is the angle. Okay, even when you look at here, this is a straight line. We have a straight line. Okay, this is a straight line, is 180. The angle of a straight line is 180. So if you have this, okay, this is 158.2. What will be this angle? This angle to complete 180, because the angle of a straight line. So here will be, should be 21, because when you add these two angles, the total will give you 180. So what will be now the angle theta? The angle theta will be 26 plus 6 plus 21.8. So this is what we call the exterior angle. So here will give you 4.848 degrees. So the reason why we add them, we say exterior angle in a triangle. All right, thank you so much. We are done.